Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! What's going on? That's right, it's December 25th, and I am ending my Christmas night with you guys. My name is Corey, certainly not to be confused with Santa Claus, and I am better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to a special Christmas edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit-Down. That's right, folks, I'm in the giving spirit, and I'm giving you my top 10 all-time favorite Christmas movies. And because I'm in such a giving spirit, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to give you 5 additional movies. That's right, I'm going to give you my 5 honorable mentions, then my top 10, so 15 total here on Christmas just for you guys. Let's rip right through the honorable mentions so we can get in to the real good stuff. Coming in at number 15, Frosty the Snowman. I don't know what kid grew up not watching Frosty. If you're going to make a snowman and you were a kid, you wanted to find that magic hat so that your snowman could turn to life just like Frosty. And Frosty gave every kid that idea. So Frosty comes in for me at number 15. Number 14, The Santa Claus. Just one of Tim Allen's all-time classics. When you think Tim Allen as a kid growing up, it was Home Improvement for me. And then the other thing I would immediately think of is The Santa Claus. You can't beat Tim Allen's, comedy back then. And Tim Allen turning into the Santa Claus, whoo! Man, just great Tim Allen stuff. The Santa Claus, number 14. Now, I've got 2 movies on this list that some of you might go, Corey, Seaman, that's not a Christmas movie. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong. I'm just going to choose to differ in opinion because, I'm in the holiday spirit. I won't tell anybody they're wrong. Everybody's got their right to their opinions. In my opinion, Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie. Comes in at number 13 for me, one of Bruce Willis's all-time greats. And, it's got everything. It's got action. It's got comedy. It's got your Christmas elements, so it's a Christmas movie. And for me, it's number 13 on the list. Number 12, I can't think about my college experience and the end of first semester without thinking Bad Santa. Billy Bob Thornton at his absolute best in this movie. Little too raunchy for my top 10, but man, will this movie just make you laugh your butt off. And a great comedy cast all around, right? We got the late, great Bernie Mac, rest in peace. The late, great John Ritter, rest in peace. You just are gonna laugh the whole time. And watching Billy Bob be Santa Claus, I don't know what gets better with Billy Bob Thornton than him trying to be Santa in the worst way humanly possible. So number 12 for me, and on to number 11, It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, folks, the movie that is synonymous with Christmas. You say Christmas movies, It's a Wonderful Life definitely comes in there. It's my dad's all-time favorite, but for me, it's landing at number 11. A great family film, great message, really drives home what Christmas is all about. And, not to let yourself get caught up in the bad things, because if you're not around, life ain't as good as everybody else's. Everybody affects somebody in a really special way. And you got to remember that, especially around the holidays. And It's a Wonderful Life definitely gives you that story. All right, folks, on to the top 10 Seaman's top 10 Christmas movies. Here we go. We're going to start with Love Actually, another movie synonymous with me at college. Watched it a whole lot, just a real heartwarming, feel-good movie. One of those, you got that special somebody in your life, you want to just curl up, grab a hot cocoa with them, and you throw this on. Does it really beat Andrew Lincoln's, You Are Perfect to Me scene with Keira Knightley? Those poster boards, it's absolute classic. I tell you what, you get in trouble with your girlfriend, you do that, you're probably going to be all right at the end of it. And you learned that from Love Actually. And for me, it makes my top 10 because of Bill Nighy's Billy Mack and his Christmas is All Around Us. And I say that because even though it was a pop song that they just plugged in Christmas words for, I used that song to wake my whole family up once. That's right. I blasted that as loud as I could so the whole house was hearing Bill Nighy's Billy Mack singing Christmas is All Around Us. And I lip-synced the crap out of that song, man. I've never seen my family laugh harder when being woken up at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's right. Growing up, always the first one to wake up for Christmas, and I was always waking everybody up early. I came home from college, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it back to when I was a kid, and I'm going to wake up everybody at 7, but I don't want them to be mad. I want them to be in a good mood, and Christmas is All Around Us sure did that, and without Love Actually, That never happens. So Love Actually comes in at number 10 for the old Seaman. On to number 9. What's Christmas without Charlie Brown, right? A Charlie Brown Christmas. I mean, watching him take that twig of a tree and just be like, no, like, this tree deserves a home. I'm going to take this one. And doing everything he could to make it be a tree. And despite everyone making fun of him, and when he finally feels like everything he's touched just goes south, and he's defeated, the gang shows up and turns that tree into a real beautiful Christmas tree. It's just a wonderful, touching Charlie Brown movie. Perfect for the holiday season. I mean, you need Charlie and Snoopy and the whole gang if you're going to be doing Christmas or any holiday. Charlie's got a lot of holiday movies. But his Christmas movie is one of my favorites, and it comes in for me at number 9. On to number 8, and yes, you got to have Home Alone. I mean, you don't have Home Alone in your top 10. You did not grow up in my time period, that's for sure. But for me as a kid, it's every kid's dream, right? You want the family to disappear for a little while so you have the house to yourself. You can eat ice cream for breakfast, do whatever you want. Home Alone gives you all of that, and it also gives you great ideas in case a burglar ever shows up. I mean, as a kid, I was never afraid of burglars because I was like, Kevin McAllister, Macaulay Culkin, he taught me how to handle burglars. This stuff works. I'd be fine. And, I mean, it's just a great movie. Laughing the whole time. Then you get to the end. And with pretty much every movie on this list, you really drive home what Christmas is all about when he sits down to talk with old man Marley. And, I mean, that scene at the church, that doesn't bring a tear to your eye. I don't know what's wrong with you. You might want to make sure that you're not someone who else is on this list, and we'll get to him in a moment. But at number 8, it's Home Alone. On to number 7. As a kid, Muppet, anything I was in. Muppets and Christmas, God was I in. That's right, A Muppet's Christmas Carol. Give me Michael Caine as Scrooge. Give me some great songs. Give me Kermit, Gonzo, Fozzie, Miss Piggy, the whole gang. It's all you want at Christmas. I mean, it's one of the all-time great stories, right? A Christmas Carol. And this rendition is probably one of my all-time favorites. And Muppet's Christmas Carol comes in for me at number 7. Now, that guy that I was telling you, if you don't feel it, when you're watching Macaulay Culkin, you might want to check the mirror to make sure that you're not this guy. Coming in at number 6, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, you want to talk about really driving home what Christmas is. It ain't about presents, guys. It's about family. It's about friends. It's about community. It's about love. And the Grinch learns that. And when I was a kid, that was one of two. One of two. The other one is also on this list. A little bit higher up there. But this one, must watch. When I was a kid, I had to watch The Grinch. If I wasn't getting my Grinch Stole Christmas, it wasn't Christmas for me. And I tell you what, if your heart doesn't grow 3 times its size, again, check that mirror. Make sure that you haven't turned green. So How the Grinch Stole Christmas comes in at number 6 for me. On to number 5. This is the other movie that I said was on this list that might not be considered a Christmas movie for everybody, but for me it sure is. It's my all-time favorite Tim Burton film, The Nightmare Before Christmas. I could watch Jack Skellington learn about Christmas all the time. I mean, when he finds Christmas Town, even though his eyes are big black eyes, the look of wonder that he gets in there, that's what Christmas is all about, man. I mean, if you're in the Christmas boat, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to exclude the other holidays, but for me, I grew up with Christmas, so that's where we're at, folks. I'm not trying to neglect the other holidays, but Christmas is me, and that sense of wonder that Jack gets when he finds Christmas Town and Santa Claus, it's just a brilliant film. I love it. For me, it comes in at number 5. Number 4, The Year Without a Santa Claus. That's right. One of those classic stop-motion Christmas movies. And it's by far got the best song battle maybe in movie history. Give me some Mr. Heat Miser, some Mr. Snow Miser, I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I mean, it doesn't get better than those two guys. And, again, just another movie that really drives home what Christmas is about. One of my all-time must-watches around Christmas time. The Year Without a Santa Claus. Now, we're into the good stuff. My top 3 favorite Christmas movies. Coming in at 3, that's right, Scrooge. I'm going way before my time, going all the way back to 1970 with good old Albert Finney playing Scrooge. And you might go, "See-Man, you're not that old, are you?" Some days I might feel it, but no, folks, I'm not that old. But Scrooge, I've been watching Scrooge, man, for as long as I can remember because it's my mom's favorite Christmas movie of all time, and it's how we ended every Christmas Eve that I've ever known. We would go over to my dad's parents' house, my grandparents, for Mass and then dinner. And when we came home, my mom would always put Scrooge on. You know, first it was VHS, and for a long time, even when DVDs were a thing, we were watching the VHS version because we couldn't find it on DVD. And when I did, picked that up for Mom, made her whole Christmas to not have to worry about whipping out the VHS player to watch Scrooge around Christmas. And if you don't know what a VHS player is, Google that stuff, kids. But yeah, Scrooge, Albert Finney's, Albert Finney's version is one of the best versions of Scrooge. It's just brilliant. It really, as much as I love A Muppet's Christmas Carol, this version of The Christmas Carol really gets into the full story. I mean, it doesn't hold any punches. Albert Finney is brilliant. And like I said, it's synonymous with Christmas Eve. That's how we ended Christmas Eve. As a little kid, we'd come home, we'd put that on, and I'd typically get through about 30 minutes of it or so and then fall asleep in Mom or Dad's lap. And then as I got older, I'd watch it all the way through to the end, and that's when I found out that that's when they finished wrapping presents, and I would start helping them. So always going to hold a special place in my heart, that's for sure, because no Christmas Eve is complete without Scrooge. So number 3 for me. And now on to number 2. That's right, it's probably my favorite current Christmas movie of all time. It doesn't make number 1 because it's only been with me for a little bit of my life. Number 1's been with me my whole life. This one is by far one of my favorites. I mean, it almost surpasses number 1. It's that good. And that's Elf. Will Ferrell is essentially a regular-sized person version of an elf. He's brilliant in this film. It's one of his all-time bests, if you ask me. I mean, you will laugh so hard during this movie, your face should hurt, because mine always does. And if there's no better way to answer the phone around the holidays than going, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? I pulled that joke so many times after this movie came out. I've watched Elf hundreds of times. It's a must-watch come Christmas time. I absolutely love Will Ferrell in this movie, and for me, it is number 2. And now, that's right, folks, we are on to number 1. Number 1, what we got is my all-time favorite Christmas movie since I was a kid, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That movie started me on my journey to loving movies. Between that and A Little Mermaid, I learned how to work a VHS player at the age of 3. I drove my mom nuts with Rudolph. And even when it wasn't Christmas time, I'd be like, Mom, I want to watch Rudolph. Rudolph now. Rudolph now. And boom, she'd put it in. It would end. I'd go, again. Drove her crazy to the point where she said, all right, Corey, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it. When the movie ends, push this button. You push the square, then you push the triangle going this way. You wait for it to click, and then you push the one triangle going this way. Learn how to work a VHS, and like I said, kids, if you don't know what the VHS player is, you don't know what this square and triangle business is, look it up on Google. I'll major myself a little bit, but that's okay. Rudolph taught me how to work a VCR. Rudolph taught me how to love Christmas movies. It's my all-time favorite, and it has been since I was a little kid. So coming in at number 1, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's it, folks. We've gone through all top 10, all additional 5, my top 15 Christmas movies of all time. So what do you think? Did I do a good job? Hit that comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know your top 10 movies. Let me know if Die Hard or The Nightmare Before Christmas are Christmas movies to you. And if they're not, tell me why I'm a crazy person. I mean, do it. I'm okay with it. That's it, folks. So hit that comment section. If you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you're not part of the C-Man squad, hit that subscribe button, and then be sure to hit the bell so that you get alerts every time I make a new video. So, for the C-Man Cinema Sit-Down, I am the C-Man. I am signing off, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, a blessed holiday, and we'll see you next time, right here on the C-Man's Cinema Sit-Down. Peace!